Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Great lineup for you. We're going to be talking about 20 Today, 20 Tomorrow, a youth-led creative hub. They've got a great, really unique show that's coming up. We're going to give you all the details on that. For those of you that have seen Imagine Van Gogh and Imagine Picasso, the same people and creators are bringing Imagine Monet. We'll tell you how you can get involved and what you can expect in the experience. And Jeanette Ewan will be joining us later on in the show with some great Father's Day gift ideas. She did a great survey of dads across the country, and we'll tell you what those results were. But we start off with one of our favorites here on the show, Paula Roy. She is the host of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods right here on Rogers TV. Paula, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. This must be an exciting time for you because we're starting to have more people pay us visits. We're using those outdoor spaces at home, Paula. You know, spring and summer, is it your favorite time to entertain?
Well, in the before times, it was always my favorite season for entertaining, but definitely for people's comfort levels, it's great to have access to outdoor spaces again, for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, today you're going to share some ideas on, you know, sometimes we have guests that show up unexpectedly, which is great, right? We love people coming over and visiting, but it's nice to be prepared beforehand. You've got some great beverage ideas to share with us today. What do you want to start with?
Well, I like to, as you say, have things on hand. So it's not just a matter of stocking juices and soft drinks and so on in the fridge. It's sort of more elevated components. So iced coffee is, of course, a great summertime drink. It could be part of a brunch. It could be a mid-afternoon pick-me-up. But I make mine a little bit differently. A lot of people just make coffee and then throw ice cubes into it. And to my mind, it gets diluted. So what I do is, first of all, start with good ingredients. Any cocktail, any beverage of any kind, best ingredients get you a better flavored drink. So grind the beans, and I like to use local Wax and Wayne, a company that provides really great beans. And this KitchenAid burr grinder, I can just do as much as I need on demand anytime. It's super. And then I'm not just going to brew drip coffee because I just have to take it up a notch. I really like espresso for iced coffee, but I used to be really intimidated. People would invite me into their kitchen and say, oh, just make yourself an espresso. And their machines, I just wanted to run screaming out the door.
Right.
So now I've got this great KitchenAid semi-automatic espresso maker, and it is the bee's knees. It's so easy to use, makes great coffee every time, and it comes with a milk steaming and frothing attachment. So my trick is, a couple times a week, I make a few extra shots of espresso, and I freeze the cubes.
Okay.
And they freeze in no time at all. So I've got this great coffee. I'm a little tired today, so whoa, we're going to go for 3 cubes in the drink.
Okay.
And then not adding cold milk, because if you do that, it's going to take forever to get the coffee flavor. So I lightly steam the milk using this attachment.
Okay.
Pour it over my espresso shots here. And you can see it's already starting to melt and getting that beautiful caramel color. It's just perfect. And if you like to add a little sweetener, it's best to add a liquid sweetener because then that's going to mix in right away. Maple syrup is always my sweetener of choice. You could use agave syrup or honey or a shot of Kahlua or Bailey's, whatever you want. So here is the easiest iced coffee ever, and you could make just one glass, a couple glasses, even a pitcher if you wanted. So that's the great iced coffee.
I love that idea. I am going to do that because we have one of those, you know, sort of the same style espresso maker. It's not a KitchenAid. I can't remember the brand offhand. So this is a great idea. Next in front of you, you've got some pineapple, and it looks like coconut water there. Tell me what you're preparing here.
So, everybody loves Pina Coladas, but I find that they're really rich and way too many calories, so I only have them on special occasions, like if I'm lounging on a Caribbean beach.
Right.
But this version is much healthier, so frozen pineapple pieces, so you want to make sure they're frozen. If you're using, if you buy fresh pineapple, just cut it up and freeze it. And coconut water instead of coconut milk. Blend it together. Rum is optional, your choice, and you end up with this beautiful light pina colada style milkshake, and they're just incredibly delicious. You can even make them ahead of time and stick the glasses in the freezer on a hot day and then just pull them out and stick a straw in them, and within minutes they'll start to thaw and be consumable. This one I just pulled out of the freezer a few minutes ago and it's already softening up.
It looks
so
great.
People will really enjoy this, and of course you could garnish it with, you know, a really big strawberry or something to make it really pretty.
Something that I love ordering actually in the summer, you know, you go to one of our wonderful restaurants, you're sitting on an outdoor patio with friends or family and you're gathering, and that's a pitcher of sangria. And I often only order it, you know, when I go to a restaurant, but you've got a great idea to create one at home, don't you?
That's right. So I call this my instant sangria. And much like the iced coffee hack, I take some kind of fruit juice. I really like peach nectar just because it's a bit more complex than orange juice, but you could absolutely use orange juice instead. And I freeze it with berries in the ice cube tray. So I've got raspberries and blueberries in these cubes. So same technique. We're going to just put the cubes in the glass. And you can keep these frozen all summer long. I usually make 2 big batches, kind of one in June and one in July, and it pretty much carries me through. And then you add your next beverage of choice. De-alcoholized wine is really, really nice, especially if it's hot and people don't want to have too much alcohol in the heat, but you get all the flavor. This is just a really nice, refreshing white that I like. Red wine, it works just as well for red wine sangria.
Okay.
But white and rosé sangrias are really hot, so I definitely encourage you to try this with a rosé, a nice dry rosé, because the cubes have a lot of sweetness in them. And that's it. So again, 1 glass. When someone asks for sangria, you're the best quick bartender in the world. Or you can, again, make it by the pitcher. And the cubes will start to thaw really quickly if the wine is not too cold. So you get the sangria effect with the fruit and everything right away.
Very quickly, just a couple of seconds left here. But, when you have people over, do you have, like, snacks? What is your go-to snack when people arrive?
I like to have containers of homemade smoked salmon spread in the freezer. You can even cheat and buy the smoked salmon cream cheese if you want and throw a little dill and lemon on top. Serve it with rice crackers, which are gluten-free, and that pretty much covers everybody. I also freeze meat for charcuterie. Salamis in particular freeze really well, so I can just pull those out at a moment's notice.
Excellent to know. Good to know. Paula, thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure having you on the show. Enjoy that summer entertaining you're going to be doing. Constantlycooking.com, by the way, for these recipes. Paula has, I think, thousands now of recipes available there, so you can go check that out. We'll be back with more after this.